Oh, we live, baby. We live. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm going to push record and we are going to shake and bake. Boom. We live. We live. We live. We live. Guys, who is live? Oh, shoot. Hold on. Okay. Aaron Vogler, what's up, bro? I knew Aaron Vogler would be on this call. What is going on? Good to see you, my friend. It's been a couple weeks because I have been traveling, but it feels great to be back behind the mic and to be live. Guys, crazy thing just barely happened. I'm sitting here about to go live, 1 minute till the time. I look out my window and the place just gets super, super dark because the clouds are coming and the rain is coming and the wind is coming. I mean, really dark. And then my power goes out. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. In fact, let me turn on my lights because they were on. Boom, that looks a little bit better. So I am going to tell you with 100% certainty, the internet is going to fluctuate during this call. For some reason, there's a glitch whenever the power is on, when it's switching between the battery pack and the live, there's going to be a time. And so all I'm asking you guys to do is hang on. I'm hoping that it will pop right back on to the same live stream, but there is a chance that I'm going to have to jump back on a new stream. So Tanner, Slavic, what is going on, guys? Appreciate you guys being on. I got I got some interesting stuff that I'm going to share as we start this call. But I'm excited to jump into some Q&A. I'm excited to answer some questions. I don't care if it's on ads. I don't care if it's on sales. I don't care if it's on, I don't care what it's on. If it's on finances, I don't care. I'm here to answer it for you guys. Why am I doing this? Well, it's been, we're looking like we're phasing out. Can you guys hear me? Let me know before I get started. Can you guys hear me as I check my internet? Looks like we're still good. Might be a bit of a delay. Can you guys still hear me in the chat? Let me know. The internet is going to be tough because of the rain. I know that's just a thing, but let me know if you guys can hear me. I know it's going to be a little choppy. Can you hear me? If it's shitty, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to just have to record live. That's just what I'm going to have to do because it is dark out there and I do have fiber though, so that shouldn't affect this. But guys, can you hear me? Aaron, can you still hear me? He says he can still hear me. Who else is live? Guys, I want to know who else is live. If you are watching this right now, please drop a comment, say what's up. That will let me know where you're at or who's on and who I'm talking to. And I'm going to dive right into what I want to talk about today. I've got a really good little message I want to share with you guys before we get into Q&A. Guys, get your questions ready, whatever they are, and we are going to go. Guys, I wish I could show you guys this rain. It is absolutely insane. I don't even know. Maybe you guys can hear it, but it is coming down. Okay, Tanner is on. He says audio and video is good. Great. Thanks for dealing with it, guys. John, what's going on? Guys, we got to get a few more people on this call. Aaron, help me out, bro. Let's tag some of our people. I know I'm going to tag a couple people that I usually see if I can, if it'll let me. And oh my gosh, I hope you guys can hear me because I can barely hear myself. Okay, guys, we're just going to have to roll this because I don't know how long the internet's going to be good. I got a bunch of stuff I want to cover. Again, I'm here to tell you guys that this is probably going to cut out. It's just the nature of the game. Couple quick things. Two things really quick, and then we're going to dive right into it. Number one, I am going to be traveling on Thursday. This coming Thursday, I'm going to be traveling to the U.S. I'm going to be back in the U.S. on Friday. What that means is that number one, I'm going to have internet that is consistent, and I've still had issues sometimes with that internet, but for the most part, it is very consistent. That also means that I'm going to be on a completely different time zone. So instead of being a 7 a.m. MST call, we are going back to our original slotted time when we started the DRE show 6, 7, 8 months ago, which is 10 a.m. MST. So guys, let me repeat that a couple times. Next week, Monday, the DRE show is going to be live once again, as always. I will always have a message for you. If I can't make it, I'll make sure I have something pre-recorded or somebody on here doing it in my place. Next week, Monday, 10 a.m. is going to be the time. It's what we were doing before. You are going to see me. I'm going to be back inside the Versace robe. probably wearing the rollie, maybe wearing the chain, sipping on something nice and cold. So guys, next week, Monday, 10 a.m., your boy's back, and I got so much pent up energy. Those that are my competitors, if they want to call themselves that, they had a couple months to make some headway on me, and they missed. So get ready, because I'm coming out hot. I'm gonna be coming out the gate very, very hot. Okay, number 2, guys, I want to make this show beneficial for everybody. I want to make this show beneficial for the people that are new to this channel, for the people that are old to this channel, for the people that are trying to land their first deal, the people that are trying to get to 10K. So what I want to know in the comments, as you see this, if you're live right now, please comment below. And if you're watching the replay, I want you also to comment as you're watching the replay. Let me make a note for one last thing I want to cover here. Okay. Here's what I want to know from you guys, and I'm going to make sure you guys are still live really quickly. Sigmano says back in Sierra Leone. Yes, I am back in Sierra Leone. It feels so freaking good. The weather's amazing. This is just my spot, dude. This is just my spot. I feel way more at home here than I did in France. Anyway, guys, I want to know in the chat right now, what kind of content you guys want to see more of. I want to know, is it closing? Is it prospecting? Is it overcoming objections? Is it niche city selection? Is it technical, backlinking, content writing, building websites, doing press releases, citations? That's on the technical side. Is it how to start, how to land your first deal? Is it how to get to 10K? Is it more motivational stuff of like, hey, here's what I did, here's the situation I was in, here's how I got out of it? What do you guys want to see? That's the kind of content I want to produce, guys. I appreciate you guys for not only subscribing, but being on this channel. And it's funny because I've started to notice some really interesting things. We've got the people that are watching this content. They're really excited to learn. I can tell they're going to make it. They're making great comments, great contributions. And I really appreciate you guys. Those are the people that are on right now that are commenting. Okay. Then there's the people that are fake profile, fake name, and honestly, they're course creators that don't know how to do shit. They're not in the game, that are leaving all kinds of comments. And the reason I know this, because the kind of comments they're leaving, you could only know if you've been in the game for a while, and if you've been in the game long enough to know who's out there. And I'm here to tell you, because I'm guessing you're watching this, or you will watch this, guy or gal. Quit talking shit, dog. Just go. Why don't you go work on your own product that's antiquated, that doesn't work, instead of making fake profiles? That would be amazing. And but if you want to stay here, it's okay. I'll take it too. I do appreciate the more eyeballs, the better. You continue to push the algorithm. You continue to spike up my numbers. So that's totally fine as well. But I just want to let you guys know, beware when you guys are looking at comments and you see somebody that's super negative Nelly, somebody that has nothing positive to say. It's always, what about this? What about that? And this doesn't work. That doesn't work. That person is not trying the model. That person is somebody that has been planted on this page, if it's not the actual person, to try and make this page look bad. And they do understand this, but I don't know why they do it, is they're just continuing to push the algorithm further. This is the same people that are making fake Reddit profiles. It's the same people that are making fake YouTube profiles. Always no picture, weird ass name. And you can tell the comments, somebody that's been doing this for a long ass time, and they're just trying to get under my skin, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Be very careful about who you listen to. Okay, guys, let's freaking do this thing. I want to share this with you really quick. This is something you guys need to know. This is something that I've talked about, I preach about, and I will always stand by. Part of my process, as you know, part of my core process that I teach in this group, that I have used to go from barely scraping by to making literally millions of dollars a year, and I figured this out in 2020, is giving free leads. And guys, if you're watching this, you're not even in this game. Maybe you're maybe you do something else. Maybe you do SEO. Maybe you do website development. Maybe you do some other service. Maybe you're an attorney. I don't care what it is. The way to land clients, the very best tried and true way to land clients, is by giving what you're selling for free, letting the customer taste it, touch it, feel it, smell it, and then talking business. You have to lead with value. You have to lead with value. And I cannot stand this guy's content 99% of the time. Gary V, sorry, dude. I just can't. But he's the one that said it. Jab, 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 right hook. And I never understood it. Never understood it. But that is the game. You're giving. You're saying, hey, look, I'm so confident in what I'm doing. I'm never going anywhere. So here, take it. Take 10% of it. Test it out. Try it out. Heck, hopefully you make money on it. And then let's talk business. That is the strategy. But within that strategy, there's an intricacy, there's a nuance that you have to understand. And you wouldn't understand this unless you've been in the game for a while. You can't give too much free value for too long. You can't give free leads forever. And a lot of the students that I work with, let me give an example. Eugene Song, one of my guys, dude, just barely hit $40,000 per month. Super proud of him. He's crushing the game. This guy, when he joined my digital landlords program, he was like, dude, I understand that you give free leads. I understand like most of what you're talking about, but I can't close. And we started looking at his process. He joined my program. And I said, dude, how many leads are you giving? He said, well, I don't do it based on the number of leads. I base it over a period of time. So he's like, I think he was giving 2 free weeks of leads. 2 weeks, guys. Some of these people, he was giving 20, 25, 30 free leads. Guys, imagine that many free leads. And what would happen is he would jump on the phone and it had lost its sizzle. The business owners are funny. Business owners are humans. Business owners get entitled just like the rest of us. You give them a free lead, they're super grateful. They're super impressed. You give them 2, they're also impressed. You get past about 5, now they get entitled. Now they expect it. Now they stop answering the phone. Now they stop scheduling estimates. Now they do whatever the hell they want and they expect you to give them free leads. They're like, where the hell's my free leads? Guys, there is a fine line of how much value you give for free for how long. You want it to sizzle, but as soon as it loses its sizzle, you're dead in the water. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because in my free Facebook group, which many of you guys are a part of, I have been doing this exact same strategy, and I've been doing it to land and get people inside of my program for over a year now. Okay, well, over 18 months or damn near 18 months. I have been adding free value in the form of free content, in the form of every single Wednesday. I have been doing a free show, a free live inside the group. I've been interviewing people. I've been bringing tips, strategies, some very successful people. I've been doing some amazing content in there. And we had such a good run at it. And what I started to see is that people, and well, it goes live every Wednesday and I'll just watch it on my time, or I won't watch this week. I'll catch next week. And I realized I could see the writing on the wall that people were not valuing it. It had lost its sizzle. And I talked about it a couple of weeks ago. I said, guys, if we don't start bringing up the numbers, y'all don't start telling people, we don't start getting the numbers up, I ain't doing the show. I'm done with the show. And so a week and a half ago, I got on and I had an incredible show prepared. It was about how to get out of debt. If you're in debt, I went live and there was, 10, 15 people. I ain't doing that for 10, 15 people, guys. I got 4,000 people in that group. I've seen as many as 100 people, and I ain't doing it for 10 or 20 people. We need at least 30, 40, 50 people. I'm not doing it. And I snapped and I said, you know what? I'm done. It's lost its sizzle. Y'all can go. I'm not going to take down any of the content yet that I put in there, but I'm not doing the free show. I'm not doing it because it's lost its sizzle. So the question is, why the hell am I telling you this? What does it have to do with you guys that are on the YouTube channel, which I am very grateful for? That may happen with this channel. Okay. I'm all about giving free content. I can do content till all day, every day. This is the thing that I love. This is the thing that I do. It's a priority for me. And because I'm in this game, because I am in the dirt, in the mud, I am literally closing deals. We are just hired a salesperson and a setter within the last month, on top of Francesca, who's been closing deals. I'm doing this. I'm growing this. I'm building this. I can sit there. You can give me a topic. I can rip on it for an hour, one measly topic. Why? Because I've done it for 7 years. So there's nobody in this game that can hang with me in terms of content. It's not because I have no content. It's not because I have nothing to talk about. I got a lot of stuff I want to say. It's because it loses its sizzle. So I want to let you guys know, for those that are on this, thank you for being on this show. Thank you for showing up. I know the time's been a little bit weird, 7 a.m., for some people, I guess on PST, that's 6 a.m. get your ass out of bed, but it's going to go back to 10 a.m. and I need to see these numbers pick up, or we're going to have to do the same thing. Period. End of story. Okay. I'll record the shows and we'll start doing some exclusive stuff, and I will still reward those of you that I see on here every single week, the Tanners, the Aarons. I know Yemi's not on here, but I've seen a lot of Yemi. Trying to think of some of the other names. I see you guys. I know your names. I see you. I appreciate you. And Daniel Kong, I appreciate you guys being on the show, supporting the show, asking questions, and I will make sure you guys still get this content. But this format may change if we don't start getting consistent numbers, especially with me going back to 10 a.m. MST, which anybody and everybody should be able to get to. The format will be changing, and I will be doing it privately for people that qualify for that show. And I don't care if I get 5 people on that call, it's 5 people that are interested, that are hungry, that want to do business. So I'm just letting you guys know that's where my mind is at. And if you guys are somebody that has given free leads and you're like, man, I got on the phone with the business owner and they wouldn't do it. Well, let me ask you this. How many free leads did you give? Did you make sure that the lead number 1, Karen, was scheduled for an estimate before you gave lead number 2, Paul? And then did you make sure Paul was scheduled before you gave lead number 3, Mike? And on and on and on. And you stop as soon as they made money. This is my rule of thumb. If they make money, if I send them 1 lead and you close that deal, I ain't giving you another lead. You have plenty you've made money and I haven't charged you a dime. I'm sending it. Okay. So guys, never give too much for too long, but definitely 100% of the time give. Okay. We're not doing free work here, but we are interested in providing free value up front. Period. And that's what I've been doing. It's been working. It's how I built my program. It's how I built my agency. It's how you win at life in general. It doesn't matter what business you're in. Okay. That said, let me see if we're still live. We got some crazy, I think my wife, I just saw her go out on the deck. She took a crazy video. I'm sweating. We're cooking. Guys, let me see if we're still live. Good, and good. Okay. Sigmano says, how long are you going to be in the U.S.? I'm going to be in the U.S. for a couple of months. We're going to get our feet under us, figure out our next move. I do own 2 vehicles in this country, actively looking for a permanent place. But we came here, we did a 3-month lease on this apartment. The lease is up on the 8th. And that was it. We didn't know how the kids would do. We didn't know how we would do as a couple. And it was amazing. It was way better than we thought it would be. So basically what it is, I'm going home and I'm then putting on the hard press of like, hey, when are we going back? So TBD, to be determined. But 100%, as soon as it gets cold, I hate the cold. I hate the snow. I hate the wind. Second I start feeling cold in the US, I'm out and I'm back here. So it's going to be a couple months though. Pierce, thanks for tagging Aaron. Giovanni says, I appreciate you, dog. Main issue for me right now is getting the niche city. Thank you for the feedback. We'll do more content on that. Let's get some content on how to proper set up an ice bath. Aaron, I know you've watched enough of my content because you know that's my pet peeve. Good. We got some comments. I love this, guys. Appreciate this. I'd like to know more about how to pick a city and how to find the top 7 to 10 keywords. Beautiful. Honestly, though, just more of all the content topics you're already doing, especially sales and setup. Appreciate the motivation, inspiration. Great to be here. What's the average time to rank a website? And what's your protocol for backlinks? Glad to catch you live for the first time. Jacob, thanks for being on, dude. Welcome to the show. You're about to catch a banger. I got something really, really fun. I'm going to share it. And then, guys, I don't know if you guys saw my post in a moment, in about 5 minutes, 6 minutes, maybe 10, depending on how long I go. I'm going to be answering questions. So I want you guys to get your questions ready, but I'm going to be dropping my Zoom link because I'm streaming this through Zoom. I'm going to be dropping my Zoom link in the chat. I'm going to let you guys have the opportunity to come on live, and I'm going to share my screen, and you're going to ask me the question live. I'm going to answer it live with you right there on the screen. So we're going to get this very intimate. I love intimate, and we're going to riff. So if you guys have questions, get them ready because we are going to go. Harrison Nilsson, hey, Nick, do you have any scholarships for the program? Harrison, by your comment, I know that you've looked at other programs because I know other programs, not to be named, call it a scholarship. Just so you know, they give the scholarships to everybody. But Harrison, shoot me a DM and I'll give you the details on my program. I don't do discounts. I don't do deals. I don't give a shit about Memorial Day. I don't give a shit about Cyber Monday. If anything, my program's going up. That said, I have a lot of options. Money should not be the concern. So Harrison, I want a private Facebook message from you today, and we'll discuss what the options are. Okay. I know this is a newbie question, but what's the actual difference between a one pager and a website? Beautiful. Let me answer that really quick, and then let's get into it. So actually, you know what we're going to do, because I got the momentum. I want to go. Sigmano, please copy that question. I'm going to have you paste it here in about 10 minutes. I got to share what I got to share, because I don't want to forget this. Okay. So guys, let's jump into the call. First and foremost, guys, I got to get a drink of water because I am just spitting here. Guys, life's wild. I got to share this with you. This is going to be, for those of you that are brand new, for those of you that are looking at this digital real estate game, this rank and rent game as a viable potential business model to take you out of your 9 to 5, to take you out of your current situation where you're barely making ends meet, or maybe you're making good money, but you're completely a slave to your job. And you're looking at this model going, man, is this for me? Or maybe you've been doing this for a couple of months. Maybe you're doing it on your own. Maybe you're in my program. You've been doing this a couple of months. Guys, I got to share the following with you. I want to let you guys know life is so freaking wild. And I mean that in a good way. Okay. I want to just tell you, I got to tell you what I was thinking about this morning. Okay. As I was sitting here thinking about this call, thinking about what I wanted to share. Guys, 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago, December of 2019. Okay, so 3 years and 5-6 months. Okay, so 3.5 years ago. Gosh, damn, it's been a couple weeks, couple months. 3.5 years ago, I was $60,000 in credit card debt. I remember my interest was a lot, and it stressed me out. I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but I remember like having to prepare myself to jump on the Chase app and look at my credit card, and to look at my expenses, and to look at that every time I logged in, to have to look and go, oh my gosh, I'm still $60,000 in debt. And I actually had a really good conversation, a really good training that I did with Patrick. If you guys just heard me a second ago, the day that I stopped doing the free training in the free group, I still ran the call, and I posted that for all of you that are in my program, Digital Landlords. I posted that's a completely free training bonus content that's in Digital Landlords. And we talked about how to get out of debt using digital real estate. Anyway, I'm saying this because Patrick's one of my guys. He's making 34. I think he did 34,000 last month. And this guy was over 6 figures in debt a couple years ago, over 6 figures in debt. Anyway, 3.5 years ago, I'm $60,000 in debt. I'm making 8 to 10 grand per month, but barely like keeping my head above water, because I'm doing it at SEO, and my clients are canceling, and I'm selling a deal here, and then this was canceling here. And I remember being at SeaWorld, I believe it was, and getting a call from a client that was paying me $4,000 a month with SEO. 4,000. That meant everything to me. That paid the house, that paid the cars, and that paid almost all my bills at the time. This is years ago, right? 2019. It was the summer of 2019. I got this call, and this guy canceled this. And I remember just being sick to my stomach. Like, what am I doing on this trip? Who am I pretending to be? I can't afford this trip. Like, what am I doing? But at the same time going, man, I got a family, and they want to experience this. And all of my in-laws were there, and they had, they were being responsible, and they were making 6 figures, blah, 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 blah. I was there, guys. I remember looking with so much just hatred at these credit cards, going, how did I get in this situation? And guys, I didn't get in that situation because I was spending money at Louis Vuitton and buying stupid shit. I did it because of a failed business. I went and did a software company that never got off the ground. And I hope that the developer that screwed me over, I hope he discovers this content. I hope he watches this video one day, because I still occasionally bump into him across town. I hope he sees this, and he sees the shit that I've accomplished, and he sees that he really set me back, because that was tough. That had me question everything. That messed with my confidence. That was everything to me, guys. This is 3.5 years ago. Okay. Now, in the last 8 months, I want you to listen to this. And this is a flex. Yes, it is a flex, but I also want you to get inspired by this. And I hope it pisses some of you guys off. I'm going to share some of the things I've been able to do, some of the things I've been able to buy, some of the things people I've been able to help in the last 8 months. and to look at the contrast from where I've come. In the past 8 months, I made a quick little list here, okay? I got cushions flying out there, guys. This is getting wild, okay? In the past 8 months, I have purchased a brand new 2022, because I bought it in 2022, G-Wagon. Brand new, 550, wasn't the 6, whatever the hell, it's 550, brand new, cash, paid for it cash, okay? Wrapped it, so sick. If you guys haven't seen it, it's I love that thing. I can't wait to drive it here in a week, okay? In the past 8 months, I also bought my dad a $12,000 or $13,000 Rolex. Not because it was his birthday, not because it was Father's Day, not because I owed him, but because I wanted to do that. It felt so good to buy him a Rolex. I bought him a Rolex and he damn near cried. I lied. When I moved to Africa, when I was 19 years old, I saw him shed a tear. That's the only time in my entire life, in 32 years of knowing this man, it's the only time I've seen him shed a tear. And I almost saw him cry that day. It was a really cool experience. Also bought my mom a Louis Vuitton bag at the same time. And she had no idea what the hell it was. She's like, thank you. And then she found out how much it was. And she's like, Nick, you're crazy. Why would you do that? That I was able to do that. In the past 8 months, guys, I've been able to spend over $70,000 on one-on-one business and fitness coaching. Guys, I've talked about this at length. Find the people that have accomplished or are doing the things that you want to do. Go and find out what they have. If they've got a program. So inside of that, one of the people had a program, $20,000, bought it. They also had the one-on-one option, bought it. The other person didn't have a program that fit what I was looking for, bought the one-on-one. It cost me, I've spent over $70,000 on one-on-one business coaching and personal training coaching, which I can't wait to start back up here. The personal training stuff we put on hold because I'm here and I can't access the same foods, et cetera. I'm starting that again next week. Can't wait. In the last 8 months, I've been able to purchase a rental property, a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,000 square foot, $415,000 brand new home rental property, cash. We call it the MILF Lodge. If you've seen me making videos, this is called the MILF Lodge. I bought it as a depreciation. I paid cash for this thing. In the past 8 months, I've been able to invest 6 figures into a friend's real estate syndicate. I dumped in $100,000 into a syndicate, into a huge apartment complex in Dallas, Fort Worth. And literally next month, I'm going to get my first check back from that syndicate. 6 figures. I invested $100,000 a few months ago into that. Okay. In the past 8 months, I've invested 6 figures into a music media company. Okay. A music media company. More on that to come. I own equity in that company. So you guys don't even know this stuff because I don't talk about it that much. In the past 8 months, this is back in February, I took my in-laws on an all expenses trip, flights. We went and did the cruise, all of it. We paid for everything. It was amazing. It was like 10, 15 grand. Invited my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, invited my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my wife. And we just called them up and said, hey, we appreciate what you guys have done for us. We appreciate all the help. We love you guys. We want to take care of you guys. And can you guys be to the airport on this date completely on us? It was really, really cool to do. Okay. In the past 8 months, I moved to Africa on a whim. I woke up, I bought tickets. We moved here. I paid cash to rent this place out for 3 months. And we've moved our family to an entirely different country. And while being here, if you guys saw last week, we went on another trip and toured Paris, London, and Brussels. Okay. This is some of the stuff that I wanted to do 7 years ago, and it's finally becoming a reality. Okay. Since being here in the past 8 months, about 2 months ago, I purchased 2 vehicles cash. One of them I've already chartered out. It's in the bush. It's out where they mine diamonds and gold and rutile, and I'm renting it out. And somebody's renting it for $80 per day. I'm making $80 per day on that vehicle. And I paid for this with cash. I also have another vehicle that I'm going to be renting out as soon as I leave. Okay. In the past 8 months, just a month ago, I was able to help one of my friends start a taxi company, buy him a vehicle, set up a microloan plan where he can pay me back small chunks over the next 18 months. Okay. In the past 18 months, I've been able to join a high net worth and high network group of some very well-known individuals. That was a pretty penny. In the past 8 months, This one happened literally in the last 2 weeks. I invested into a fashion company in London. I own equity in that company. You guys might have seen my post. The picture that I put on the teaser for this show, that is the company. This is a company that is valued at $2.8 million. It's a 10-year-old company. We've got people like Idris Elba. If you guys have watched Luther, is rocking the brand. He's actually Sierra Leonean, by the way. We've got celebrities and the government here in Sierra Leone wearing the brand. We've got football players. I'm talking the soccer, famous soccer players wearing the brand. And I now own a portion of that company. And then lastly, guys, in the last 8 months, this happened just a couple of weeks ago as well. I went under contract to buy a second home in Las Vegas, Nevada, y'all. Las Vegas, Nevada. I am going to be closing by the end of this month. Hopefully, if everything goes correct and there's no whatever weird thing and the interest rate can stay at the shitty spot that it's at. But guys, these are some of the things I've been able to do in the last 8 months. This is not to mention the $1,500 that I donated to my church to one of my friends that wanted to buy white shirts and ties for his entire congregation. The money that I pay for tithing and offerings inside of my church doesn't include buying my wife a new 10-year anniversary ring. I'm just highlighting some of the main points. Why? Because 3.5 years ago, y'all, I was $60,000 in debt. I have more cash right now as we're speaking, outside of all those things that I just told you about, than I've ever had in my entire life. More cash than I ever thought I would have at this age, okay? And 3.5 years ago, I was dead broke, $60,000 in debt, okay? This business model has literally given me everything. Everything. So I know sometimes I get on here and I yell and I scream and you're like, dude, this guy's drinking his own Kool-Aid. Bet your ass I'm drinking my own Kool-Aid. This has changed my life. It's done everything for me and my family and my goals and my dreams. It's allowed it's opened the entire world to me, man. It's allowed me that if I say, hey, I want to go to Dubai to go check it out just because tomorrow I'm doing it. It's allowed me to go and look at this deal and that deal and this real estate and put, oh, let me send 25. It has changed everything. But it took me 4 years. Listen to this part. It took me 4 years. 2016, then I got sidetracked, 2017, 18, and 19. It took me 4 years until I figured this out. I didn't figure this out till 2020, y'all. December of 2019, I'm negative $60,000 in debt. By that July of 2020, you guys have heard me say this a million times, our company did $100,000 a month. Not selling a course, not freaking consulting, not doing this, not doing that, doing digital real estate, building simple web properties, ranking them on Google and renting them out for cash. Renting them out for cash, baby. 4 years. Why am I saying this, guys? Because some of you guys have been doing this for a month. Some of you guys have spent $500 on ads and you're throwing your hands up going, man, this ain't for me. I don't know if I can afford this. Nick, y'all, I'm at 1.33 the last time I checked. I know I'm past that now. $1.33 million on ad spend. $1.33 million on ad spend in 4 years of my life. And some of you guys are like, man, I'm not where Nick's at. Of course you're not. Of course you're not. The thing that I want to get across before we jump into Q&A is that we need to change. If you want to be able to buy a G-Wagon, if you want to be able to, and guys, I know this shit, some of these things you don't give a shit about designer clothes and having a $30,000 chain on your neck. I know that's stupid shit. I understand, right? But I like that stuff. Okay. But in order for you guys to do, maybe you're somebody that wants to do something really special for people that you care about. Maybe it's your in-laws, maybe it's your family, maybe it's your brother, right? Maybe you want to buy your mom a car, or maybe you want to pay for your mom's house because you guys had a shit existence when you grew up. I know so many people with that story. They want to take care of their mom, take care of their dad. Maybe that's what you want to do. But in order for you to achieve that, you're going to have to go through some shit. You're going to have to spend some money on ads. You're going to have some days when some business owners are absolute dicks and you're not feeling like working. You're not feeling like you have energy. You're not feeling like cold calling again. You're going to have to go through some of that. And guys, the more of that you're ready and willing to go through, the bigger your upside is going to be. I heard Alex Hormozi say this. well, I'm not even going to go there because I don't want to drag this on any further. But guys, I just want to remind you guys, it took me 4 years of doing this business model. 4 years, guys. And guys, I bought all the programs. I purchased all the, I don't know how many thousands of dollars up to that point. I think it was probably over 20 grand on programs, and I still couldn't figure it out. I still couldn't figure it out because the sales process was missing. Okay. 4 years. Some of you guys have watched one free video and you're like, damn, I'm not making money. I'm going to go do drop shipping. Go do drop shipping. I don't give a shit. You'll be right back here. Trust me. I was listening to an interview the other day with this guy, Iman Gadzi. I'm sure you guys have seen this guy. Some of you youngins are probably more privy to his stuff. And he's made his money in SMMA. And he's got a program. He teaches SMMA. Guys, I don't give a shit. Go check it out. Go do it. I don't care. You'll be right back here. And he's talking about this. And somebody's interviewing him saying, how did you make your money? How did you make your money? And he's very, very open. And he talks about, he's like, the agency model is a pain in the ass. The agency model, you are dealing with clients. The agency model, you're keeping clients happy. The agency model is a lot of work. This is from his mouth. He's selling a program on how to start the SMMA model, the social media management shit, the Ty Lopez and the whole thing, guys. And he's talking about that it's ass. This business model is unlike none other. And I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. It is just getting started, and it's only going to take a couple of big names to give it a shout out, to give it some recognition, and you are going to see this thing lit on fire. So it's time to stop saying, I'm going to do this for 2 months and see what happens. I'm going to do this for 6 months and see where I'm at. I'm going to do this for a year and see what goes on, and change it to, I'm going to do this shit until it works, until I hit 50K per month, until I go and show Nick that 100K is nothing, until I hit 10K, whatever your number is. And all I would advise you there is, if you're going to set a goal, you may as well set it big, because you might actually hit it. That's what happened to me. Guys, stop saying if it works. Stop saying until this date, and start saying, I am going to do this until it works, until it works. Change your mindset to that and be okay. Treat every day like it's the last one. Squeeze every drop of time and energy out of every day, but be willing and ready to do this as long as it takes. And my friends, you will have a laundry list of things that you can spout off that you've been able to do. Guys, this is an 8-month period. I only went back. I started at the G-Wagon. I'm like, when did I buy the G-Wagon? It was in October. And so from October to now, I have done all the things that I did mention. Notice I didn't mention the chain. I didn't mention the rollie. I didn't mention whatever I did last year. The other real estate, the commercial real estate that I bought last year. I'm talking in the last 8 months, what I've been able to do. All right, let's do some Q&A. Internet's still working. We are so lucky. It's the best it's ever worked, guys. I think the internet gods are upon us. What questions do we have here? Guys, good to see you guys on. Let's freaking go. All right, I am going to go through what we have. I'm going to drop the link first. If you have a question you would like to ask me live, whoa, we got some crazy stuff going on with the hair. Yeah, I just jumped out of the shower. Oh, well, what do you do? What do you do? How about this drape behind me, guys? For those of you that are sitting there going, man, I don't want to do this. And not everything's perfect. I don't want to call a business owner. Imagine if I came to Africa 2-3 months ago. I'd come to Africa. And I'd said, well, I don't have a good background, so I'm not going to put out YouTube videos. I'm not going to put out content. I'm not going to do lives because, man, this shit right here, I think they made this in the 1800s, which I think they did. Imagine, guys, just do it. Just send it. Just put it out. Just pick up the phone and call. Take action. Imperfect action is what wins this game. I'm going to drop the link for those of you that want to come on, that have the balls to ask me a question live. Guys, I'm a human being. I bleed red. I am just like every single other person. I drink water. I freaking put my socks on the same 2 feet. And I don't wear jeans ever, but my shorts. Come on, ask me a question, man. I don't bite. I promise. Well, I do bite if you mess with me. But if you're just here asking a question, I am happy. I'm the easiest until I'm not. Okay. I'm going to drop the link. And then I am going to start answering questions. Now, let me go like this. I am going to start answering the questions that are in the chat right now. I don't know if that link's going to work. Gosh dang, guys, we got some. Now I really got some crazy. I look like you guys seen the Wolf of Wall Street? You guys know old Rugrat, looking like Rugrat on steroids here. Guys, I just dropped the link. Somebody let me know if that's working. I'm going to see if somebody hops into the live Zoom meeting. Come and ask me a question. Let's freaking rip. Let's roll. Let's see what we got going on here. So, Sigmano says, I know this is a newbie question, but what's the actual difference between a one-pager and a website? So, here we go. Sigmano. A one-pager is the thing that we use to land the deal. Now, remember, there are two different ways to do rank and rent. There's rank and rent, which is the wheelchair method, which is the antiquated, old school, blockbuster, going to go out of business method. And then there is my way. It is put up a one-pager, run a few ads, get a couple leads, send results in advance, close that bitch, use that money to build the actual website, buy the domain, put the content on the website, put the pictures on the website, and then do the SEO. That is what we mean by that. So the one pager is literally a free one-page throwaway website. You don't even have to buy a domain. You don't even have to write the content. You just throw up the one pager and you start running ads to it. That's it. By the way, the link must be working. I got somebody in the waiting room. I'm going to be coming to you in just a moment. So that is the difference. The actual website is once you get the deal, you go and you buy the domain, you put the content on, you put the backlinks on, you start doing the SEO, you get the GMB or the GBP, whatever the hell they call it these days, and you own, that is your asset, okay? So two different things. Now, if you're somebody that has an asset that maybe you lost a client, you have an asset that's ranking or it's built, and you lost a client and you're like, man, I'm just going to use that same website. Obviously, you don't need to build another one pager. You can just use your website. If you're someone that's been in another group that's teaching you the antiquated slow model of build, wait 6 months. Hopefully it works. Oh shit. I hope that I build another 20 sites. Something will stick. The shotgun approach instead of the sniper approach. And you have a website that you know is good and you know has traffic and you know that has leads coming in, then just use your website. But the one pager is for those of us that don't want to spend our own money. We want to go and get the deal and use the business owner's money to build out the asset that we own. Keith is in the house. Here we go. I cannot wait. Let's freaking go. Keith, coming on live. Here he is. Oh shit, it just disconnected. Keith, where you go, bro? Okay, Keith is off. I don't know if he got nervous or what happened. I'm gonna keep ripping. If you guys want to jump on, ask me a question live. Oh, here he goes. No, we got somebody else. Let's go. Let's go. All right, here we go. It is connecting. Give me one moment here, guys. We are going to be connected. Okay. Mr. Suri, connecting the audio as we speak. Give it one moment, guys. If you guys have a live question you want to ask me, let's hear it. Looks like we're connected. Just waiting for, is it Ihan? Come on, bro. Let's go. Okay, let's see. I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's Essen.
Yo. Mr. Suri, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
How about now? Can you get, okay, hold on. It might be me. I think it's me. Hold on. There we go. Can you hear me? Yo. Oh, hello. I can hear you. Okay. Can you hear me? Let's go.
Yes,
okay. There we go. There we go. You good?
I can hear you. Yeah, we're good. I can hear you.
Beautiful. Where are you based? How do you say your name, bro?
It's Essen.
Essen. Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
It's Essen. So sun, like the sun.
Essen.
Yeah.
Dope. Got it. Where are you based, dude? Where are you based?
I'm based in Pakistan.
Beautiful. Well, great to have you on the call. Hello from freaking Sierra Leone to Pakistan. The internet's freaking crazy. Nice meeting you. What's your question, dude?
My question was, I asked it in the YouTube as well. How long does it normally take to rank a website?
Okay.
And how do you do backlinks? Like, is there any protocol that you follow for backlinks?
Beautiful. Great question. So as far as our ranking goes, I always like, if I'm doing an SEO deal, or if I'm trying to just budget my time of how long it's going to take, I'm always planning on it taking at the bare minimum 4 to 6 months. Right now, have I ranked websites quicker? Yes. Are they in there? But usually these are in really small populations, very low competition. So I have done it quicker, but I would never tell an SEO client, if I'm doing an SEO client, I would never say less than 6 months. If I'm just like planning for myself, I would plan on 4 to 6 months. If you do the due diligence correctly. If you go into a city that's highly competitive, bro, you are going to be looking at 8, 9, 12, sometimes 15, 18 months. And that's going to be costing you time and money. Now imagine that you're doing SEO first, you're ranking first, and then selling the website. You're going to spend 4 to 6 months of your life, and you don't even know if you're going to get a client. You don't even know if leads are going to come from that website. So hopefully that answers that question. Second part of the question was backlinks. I use what we call the copycat method, which is literally copying other people's backlinks, or there's other names that people use. But basically, I go and I look at other people that are ranking in large cities in my industry. So let's say someone's ranking for tree service in, let's say Gainesville. Well, Gainesville is not huge. Orlando, Florida. Okay. I'm going to go look at their backlinks. And I specifically like to look for the lead generators that are ranking highly in those big markets. And I look at what backlinks they're getting, and I start finding backlinks from their backlink profile, because they're already doing all the work for us. We don't have to go reinvent the wheel. That is my primary method. Now, I've done other things like written articles, press PR stuff, where we've paid to be featured on whatever to get our website link. But my favorite way is just to look at your competitors, go and copy the backlinks that they've gotten. A lot of times they're these very simple and free blog comment strategies, but that's sufficient. If you do good content and then you do that strategy, that's usually enough to make it work. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Beautiful.
I actually had never thought of like looking at my competitors' backlinks.
Yeah,
so
it's easy, dude. It's like, look, here's the thing. I'm telling you to copy me and what worked for me, right? I was able to use this exact same strategy, this exact same process to go from what I just described to $100,000 a month. And I'm telling you guys to do the same. Don't reinvent the wheel. So same thing with backlinks. That's how I do it. And yeah, it works, dude. But again, this always comes back to, you got to go into the right city, because you can, if you go into a very highly competitive city, you can do backlinks all day long, good high level backlinks, good content. It is going to take you so long to rank. And even though we're making money on the deal because we're paying for ads and the customer's already paying us, we want to get it so we can turn the ads off and we can make those fat, juicy 85, 90, 95% profit margins. That's how we really make money in this business. So hopefully I answered your question, bro. And thanks for jumping on.
Awesome. And I think on the YouTube, there's also another very important question, which was, what's the difference between a one pager and a website?
I think while you were joining the waiting room, you missed it. I just barely answered that question, but basically I'll just do it really quick. One pager is the one that you create and you use it to run ads to get the deal. The website is once you get the deal, you buy the domain and you build out a proper website. That's your asset. That's the website. So they're both technically websites, but one's a one pager, one's a full website that you own. That's an asset that pays you recurring cash. Make sense?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Awesome. Great questions, man. We'll talk soon. And thanks for being on the channel.
You're welcome. It was great to actually having conversation with you. I've been following you for a very long time, and I'm on this journey as well.
I love it, bro. Well, good. Hello from Sierra Leone to Pakistan, and what a small world we live in. Thanks again, bro. All right. We got Giovanni. Let's go. All right, we're connecting right now. Let's see what we got. Guys, we got some great questions in the chat. Is car wash a good niche? No, I'm just going to answer that one quick. No, it's not. Mobile car detail can work, but it's not the greatest. Okay. Giovanni, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Can you hear me?
Beautiful. Where are you based, Giovanni?
Bay Area, California.
California. Amazing, dude. Thanks for being on the show. I really do mean that, dude. I know that your time is valuable. So thank you for being on the show right now, man.
No. I appreciate you for your free content and everything. It's way better than paid courses. So
Well, I love it, dude. Well, let's hear your question, man. Let's jump into it.
yeah, so with running Google ads, what's the sweet spot for when you know that it's a dud, or when to turn it off and go on to a new city or niche, I should say?
Well, that's a good question. So there's kind of some layers to it. For me, what we do is, let's say you're running ads and you are not getting leads, right? You're getting clicks, but you're not getting leads. And if you're getting clicks, that means you're spending money and you're going, man, how much should I actually spend? What I'm going to do immediately is I'm going to go start tweaking my one pager. Because if you're getting clicks, but you're not getting calls, you either have the wrong ad copy and you're the wrong ad copy, the wrong keywords. Maybe you're attracting the wrong people, or your landing page is not converting. So my first thing is, let's say I get to like $50. I'm spending, money on clicks. I will go and start tweaking some stuff. I'm going to go, okay, do I have my keywords dialed in? Yes. These look like the most searched keywords. Is my ad copy simple, etc.? Yes. Okay. Let's look at my landing page. Start tweaking it. Spend another $50. And if you don't see start seeing leads by the time you hit like $150, then I would probably just chalk it up to, let's move on. Now, there's other factors at play: weather, time of year, economic climate. There's so many different things. So for me, what I look at is this. You don't ever lose money spending money on ads until you quit. So even though, let's say you spend $150 on tree service Las Vegas, you're like, oh shit, I lost. No, you didn't. Let's say you jump over to Mesquite, or let's say Henderson tree service, which I think those are probably too small, but let's say you did that and you have to spend $200. Now you're like, okay, I'm $350 into this, and you finally land your first deal. That's totally fine, because you get a deal for $1,500. You just made your money back. It's just like the stock market. You don't lose money until you sell. So the only way you lose money with spending money on ads is if you quit and say, hey, I'm not doing this anymore. But my kind of sweet spot is like, if I'm at $150, $200, I'm getting clicks. I know my landing page is good. I know my keywords are good. I know my ad copy is good. Then I'm going to move on. Doesn't mean I'm going to necessarily give up. I'm going to check the time of year. I'm going to look at the economic climate. But that's kind of, for me, where I'm like, all right, I don't know if this is a good area.
Awesome. And is it also fair to say that even when you're first starting out, all that money you're spending is for your Google Ads account to be learning to see which
I think
people
so.
click on your stuff?
I definitely think so, because guys, Google, think about it. I've spent 1.33 million. I would assume it's going to be harder for Google to suspend me than for somebody that spent $50. So you kind of want to, I don't know this for sure, but I would assume, based on how emails work, that you kind of want to season that account. So yes, there's that. Plus, on top of that, like, you just have to get in and get your, you have to get punched a couple times. You have to get some bumps and some bruises, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, obviously, if we can avoid that, great. But guys, I've spent $1.33 million. So you are going to have to spend some money. Now, I do, as you probably know, and what I recommend is, if you're somebody that's like, man, I don't think I need Nick's program, I think I could do it on my own. Guys, I'm all for that. I want you to go and test this out. I'm okay with that, because by you testing it out, you're going to see the value that I provide, because I give you the ad copy, I give you the keywords, I give you the support to do one-on-one screen shares if you have issues with ads. But I have no problem with you spending money on ads. Keep in mind, I've spent 1.33 million. But yeah, that would be my advice with the ads. And then again, just checking to make sure that your CPC is less than $5. You're not in a weird niche. Also, dude, are you targeting somewhere in California, or are you targeting somewhere else?
Oh no, hell no, not California, man. It's way too competitive.
I was gonna drop you my link to states not to target, but anyway, dude, I love visiting Orange County, but doing business in California, it's just tricky, dude. So I would avoid it. So it seems like you've watched enough content to know that.
Oh, yes. Well, I appreciate your response and I hope you have a great day, man.
Thanks, bro. Giovanni, have a great day. Talk soon. All right. We're going to do one more. We got our guy, Aaron Vogler in the house. Aaron Vogler, what you got for me, bro? Here we go. We got time for one more question. If I got a second, I'm gonna hit a couple more of these in the chat. If not, I'll screenshot them and try to answer them. Aaron Vogler, my guy. What's up, bro?
It's going good. Can you hear me? I think I got
Yeah,
the
bro, you
camera
look
off
good,
or whatever.
You look
Thank
sharp.
you. Appreciate it. You too. All right. So
hold on.
the
I gotta give Aaron a quick shout out. Aaron is 16 years old. Okay. Aaron has landed his first deal for $1,500 per month. This kid is you keep an eye on this kid. He is the most persistent kid I've ever met. And dude, we have internal conversations that we're like, dude, Aaron's going to make it, bro. Like big time. So this is a guy that he should be in high school right now, but he's getting homeschooled and basically just making money. It's hilarious. So Aaron, what's your question, bro?
Thank you. Yeah. So I was recently watching one of the lives and you were talking about, it was on not being so desperate. It was really about control. And I just what are your thoughts on almost when you're going into sales, it's good to have the mentality of conviction and then also like no fear of loss / control. So that latter part of the control, how do you go about implementing that with talking with business owners where like you don't care, the no fear of loss sort of thing?
Yeah.
So
it
kind of goes up and down at times, it seems like
totally.
where you're at.
Well, yeah, 100%, dude. And honestly, here's what I would recommend. And what he's talking about, guys, and I know my internet's cutting out a bit, but it seems to stabilize. Guys, he's talking about when you get on a sales call, so many times, especially when we're hunting that first deal, Giovanni, I'm not sure exactly how you say it. Essen, guys, you're hunting that first deal. It's so exciting. It's such a big deal. Because guys, $1,500 per month when you're 16 years old, dude, that's everything, bro. I never made that much money per month. And that's one deal. And it's easy to have sales breath. It's easy to feel desperate. So how do you go into a deal and not seem desperate and come across to the business owner like you don't need this deal? So Aaron, here's what I do when I start to feel that a little bit is I remind myself that when you look at it take out the emotion, look at it from a logical level. You are more valuable to them than they are to you. And I'm going to remind you, I know you know that I've said this before, but you have leads. You have exclusive live leads. There's one of you, right? If the business owner messes up the deal, pisses you off, decides to cross you, and you don't want to work with him, you can work with the next 2, 3, 4, 5 people in line. He is a commodity. You are not, right? There's not infinite lead generators sitting there ready to give them a crazy deal on live leads. I know sometimes we sit there and it looks like oh man, they have the control. No, they don't. If it doesn't work out with Frank, you move to Paul. If it doesn't work to Paul, you go to Tim. For him or her, they need you. So I always, guys, when I was knocking doors, I would have the same thoughts. I'm 19. I'm not 19. I'm 22 years old. I'm knocking on doors with people that have whatever. They've got Lexus, they've got BMWs, I know they're making high 6 figures. I mean, and I'm 22 years old, barely making a buck. And I'm like, dude, how do I get the confidence to knock on this door? And you just have to mentally put yourself in that state. Now, I didn't have that logic because I was a commodity. They could just go online and buy the same thing. You actually can tell yourself, and it's true, you need them less than they need you. Second part of that, bro, start practicing this with other areas of your life. Start practicing this with your dating game. Start having no fear of loss. I know it sounds funny, but like this is how you get anything in life. Start practicing this when you're on your trip to Mexico and you're buying the freaking widget and Gazmo and Gizmo, and you're like, yo, I don't need that shit. There's somebody else selling the same thing down the line, or 5 of them. Practice this in every area. You are that you are needed more than other people, then you need other people. And that's just a mentality that I take into every area of my life. The real estate deal I'm in right now. I had a real estate agent that they tried to check me on Saturday because I was a little slow. And I was like, dog, if I don't buy this property, I'll go buy another one. I don't give a shit. Like, there's how many real estate agents? I'm the one that has the money, right? So let's watch our tone. Let's watch our tone when you're talking to daddy. No, I really wasn't a dick. I just made sure to like to remind them, I got the money. You don't. You need my money more than I need you because you're a commodity. It's just a mindset. But the first part is the biggest thing is just reminding yourself you really are. They need you way more than you need them.
Sounds good. Thank you,
bro. One last thing. Get around more people that have that mindset. Because I guarantee if you were hanging out with me all day, you would start to have that mindset because I have that mindset.
Right. Environment. Thank you. Appreciate
You are.
it.
You're getting around me. You're around me right now, dude. We're talking right now, bro. I'm excited. When I get back, when I'm getting to the US next week, I want to chat, bro. I really appreciate all you're doing and you're killing it, bro. So keep going.
Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it, man.
Okay. Thanks, bro. Guys, let's see what we got. Time is up, but I love these questions. Harrison, so lead gen for small business is not saturated. Harrison, great question. It's what question that everybody has. I want you to go search my YouTube and type in rank and rent saturated Nick Wood. I have 2 or 3 videos on this topic. So I want you to go do that. Harrison said, what age did you make it? I didn't make it until 2020. And how old was I? 29? 29, guys. It took me a while. I'm not one of these guys that it clicked at 21. At 22, I was knocking doors. I was making a couple $100,000 at 22, 23, knocking doors. That's not making it. I made my first $1 million in 2020 at 29 years old, going on 30 years old. In fact, I actually might have been 30. It's 29, 30 in that range. Okay. So that's just the truth. Future developer, what mindset switch do we have to make it in DRE? That's a great question. I'm gonna actually, you know what I'm gonna do for the sake of time, because I have so much shit to do because I'm traveling. I'm gonna have to make a YouTube video out of that. So I just screenshot that question. Is car wash a good niche? I can go into that a little bit more, but I think I have a video on mobile car detail on my channel. Any indexing trick to index million page site? Good question. So if we don't buy a domain for one pager, wouldn't that look less professional? Nobody looks, dude. No, guys, remember. In fact, I'm going to answer that question on a YouTube video, but let me just say this, Sigmanu. Nobody looks at that. They need their tree trimmed. They need their concrete poured. They need their freaking windows washed, carpets cleaned, whatever the niches you're in. I don't like those niches. They need the tow truck. They don't care, guys. They don't care. And I can prove this. If you go look at some of my sites, they look like ass and they work and they made thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Could you argue that the other one looks more professional? Yes. Or is there going to be 1 or 2 people maybe that look at it and go, this is a .wix? Maybe. But guys, money loves speed. Cyril, what's up, dog? Hi, Nick. I'll keep on asking until you revamp the course for us here in Sierra Leone. Also, do you make payment? Okay, Cyril, here's what I need you to do. Please message me via, if you have my number, WhatsApp, if not via Messenger, and we'll talk. I thought that we had already discussed this, but message me on Messenger, say, yo, Nick, look at this message, let's talk, and I'll get to you. For those of you that are in countries like Sierra Leone, countries like Pakistan, etc., we are refining the program because we know there are some nuances. We know there are some things that are a little bit different when you get into some of these countries. And we also understand that the currency issues are there. So make sure to reach out to me. Guys, this has been a great show. I don't know about you, but I can feel the energy. I can feel the heat. I can feel the freaking let's go kick some ass and take some names. Let's go make some money. And we are just getting started. I am going to be back in the Versace robe next Monday, 10 a.m. MST. We're going to be giving away swag. We're going to be bringing the heat. I might have a special guest on, if not next week, the week after. Your boy is back. And for all of you that are competitors, y'all missed. Y'all fumbled the last 3 months. You don't even know what I got coming. You don't even know what I got cooking.